everyone. Dive into Anchored Together, a captivating YouTube series that offers an intimate look into the extraordinary lives of seafarers and their families.
From long-standing maritime partnerships to new connections formed at sea, Anchored Together highlights the incredible journeys of those who navigate both the ocean and the relationships with passion and resilience. Get ready for an engaging twist with Anchored Together. Hi viewers, welcome back to another episode of Anchored Together. We have this beautiful and young couple over here today, a sailing couple, and we are going to tell you a lot about them, and you're going to know so much more about the merchant navy life. So let's go with the good lady over here. Tell me your name and tell me what you do.
My name is Janhavi and I'm a housewife. And I'm graduated in a Bachelor's of Arts and married for 17 years.
Yes,
17 years.
That's true.
And
You look barely 17.
and have one beautiful 13-year-old daughter.
Very nice. She look like you?
No.
No?
She's
Like him?
Like him.
Oh, okay. Good, good. And tell me about yourself.
I am Akshay Kumbhavadekar. I'm a chief engineer with Elite Mariners. Born and brought up in Bombay. Belonged to a seafaring dynasty. My father, my brother, and I followed suit and joined sea. And been chief engineer for last 10 years and going strong.
Dynasty, okay. That's big word, big word. But very nice. It's good to know there's a younger lot coming into the merchant navy. Definitely, it's a big bonus for the industry because there's a tendency for people not to follow into their parents' footsteps in this particular trade. But it's good to know. So, you're born and brought up in Mumbai. You're also born. But which part of Mumbai are you from?
Borivali.
Borivali. Yourself?
I was in town earlier, Kalbari, and then now shifted to Borivali.
So she's south of
Town.
towny,
Town.
and you're
Suburb.
Say that town.
You're from the
Yeah.
suburb.
suburbanite. So have you ever felt the difference in your style of doing things or way of doing things, that you're from the north and she's from the south?
I haven't found any
not
such
really.
No?
difference in them now.
So, and where did you study?
I studied in Jai Hind.
Jai Hind, okay. And where did you
I was
study?
in Thakur College, Kandipli.
Okay, there again you stuck to
Yeah,
your own
different, yeah.
particular geography.
Yes.
कोई clash नहीं हुआ.
Yeah.
लेकिन मिले कैसे?
We live in the same locality. The
How
day
did you live
their
in the same
family
locality?
moved
Yeah,
to
we
Borivali.
moved to Borivali.
And then we met in the
Okay,
same
so lucky
locality.
for you she
Yeah,
moved.
absolutely.
You know,
Absolutely.
if she had decided to stay there, then पता नहीं क्या होता.
Yeah.
You know?
I was a catch, maybe.
Okay, a man who knows himself. Very nice. Okay, so tell me, how did you happen to meet?
Actually,
At a party or?
No, it was the same. We had same
Yes,
common friends.
Okay,
Common friends living in the
That-
same locality, so we started knowing each other and talking to each other. That is how we
Alright.
met, and that is how we blossomed in a way. You know, love
Okay.
happened.
Love
Just
happened. So
talking to each other.
who made the opening move?
Me.
Yeah, definitely.
अरे क्या?
So yeah.
Total, he's in control रहता है हमेशा. Okay, very nice. And so he made the move. What did you say? माफ करो यार, something like ऐसा बोला क्या?
No, I was, we used to hang out with friends, so we started talking with each other, lots, and that's how I came to know more about him, and I started liking him.
So you were comfortable already, but the move made it obvious that where things were going to go.
I was just cleared my class 4 certificate of competency, and I was 23 something, and then I asked her out. When we got married I was 24. She was 23 when we got married. It was quite a quick and swift decision.
No wasting time.
No wasting time.
फटाफट शुरू हो जाओ.
Absolutely.
Very nice. So what was your first reaction? You said, okay, I'm going to watch, I'm going to see. You knew him already, so I thought, okay, मन में था कि this is a good move. And he's a merchant navy guy, so ऐसा story वो कहीं और भी छोड़ता होगा ये.
No, but she didn't know much about the
She didn't know?
the
Okay.
thing. Yeah. So
But are you also Maharashtrian? Yeah, both of you are
Yes.
Maharashtrians. Okay, so that also made things easier. So did your parents have any objections or said no, kids, this is fine?
Nothing as such.
Kids
no.
were fine. Are you the only child?
No, I have an elder brother who also is a captain. So
Oh, yes, told
so
me.
yeah.
Yes, yes.
So he's 3 years elder to me. And now
Okay.
he's in GM of OSM Thome.
So one whole ship's crew is at home only.
Absolutely,
Is it?
That is why I use the word dynasty.
Okay, so it'll be something if your daughter grows up and says, I want to join the merchant navy. That'll be wonderful, no?
I would
No?
I would
So-
love that. But
So, Madhav, you have an engineer, you have a captain, and
my
the
father
gender is also covered.
My father is an electrical officer. So
There you
it's like Sone Pe Suhaga.
That would be really nice. You start a shipping company. Yeah.
That is the plan, sir.
Yeah.
In probably 4 or 5 years down the line.
Good, good. So, did you know much about the merchant navy before you met him?
Not really.
No? Okay. So, after
But
you
then-
met him, then?
Then he spoke about it, and then that's how I came to know. But once when I went on ship, that time I knew the actual scenario, how it works and how the things go.
Yes. So, did you enjoy sailing?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah?
Yes, I loved it.
Which places did you visit?
We went to Mexico, Canada,
Okay.
and China,
Okay.
Yeah.
So, your ships, I think, go global and,
Globally, yes,
and they
yes,
carry.
absolutely. They mostly is a paper and steel products.
Okay.
So
right,
the
right.
the ports were quite diverse, and we had good port stays. So it was good for her to step out and see everything. So which is not the case with most of the trades. Not you don't get more shore leaves now, but
Yes,
this side, yes,
yes.
we did have a good shore leave.
And you have those gantry ships.
Yes, sir,
is it?
absolutely.
Okay.
We had gantry
So
ships.
that's how your father would have been working in the company for a long while. Because,
Yes, yes.
the electrical officers there
Yes,
are
yes.
very key, to the
Yes,
operation
sir.
of the ship.
Yes.
Yes, good, good. So, how well do you guys know each other? Let's do a quick quiz on that.
Okay,
Yeah.
sir.
So, what's his favorite color? Blue.
Yeah.
Okay, is she right?
Yes, you're right.
Oh, yeah. And which is the last movie you saw together?
Three.
Three.
Yeah.
The second
Okay.
part.
Okay. So, you both have similar tastes in movies, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah?
most.
Good.
No, I'm more into horrors and she's
Yeah,
not. That is the one
I-
difference.
Why horrors scare you?
He scares me more.
Why he makes a lot of noise over there? Okay, that's interesting. So, your sailing years,
Yes.
you must have seen a lot of activity, a lot of interesting things. So, tell us some interesting things or happenings that you saw and which might have left an impression on you.
So actually, we had an incident one of the ships when I was a second engineer. We were in the yard in Rio, and there was an explosion in the tank due to some issue with the shore.
In a bunker tank?
No, it's in the tank, in the wing tanks.
In the wing
tanks
tanks.
due to some gas leak,
Ballast
which the shore shipyard guys were working on, and they had a gas leak and an explosion, and which probably had 5 of the stevedores found dead in the tank. So it was like a
Tragic.
massive incident for me and the entire crew, for that matter, to accept that situation and move on, because this happened right in front of our eyes. So that is where and whichever ships I sail on, I always make it a point to ensure that the drills are not drills. It has to be carried out realistically, because I've seen that experience where such things happen and people have to take a step back. That no, I will not do this, because
Yes.
you are worried what is happening around you.
Yes.
So that has left a very deep mark in me, that you have to take things seriously when it comes to life. Yeah.
So you follow the rules to the
Absolutely.
T, make
Absolutely.
sure that everything, all
That
the
safety
safety
is
aspects.
now priority everywhere.
Yes.
Anyways, so yeah.
Yeah. So that's on the ship.
Yep.
So now what happens. I've noticed with us mariners, we have a very controlled environment on the ship. So you can be as safe as is required by our even our manuals or our ways or the rules. But as soon as we step ashore, everything is unsafe.
Yes.
So how do you cope with that way now? Do you put on your seatbelt in your
Yes, I do.
naturally? Now let me
Absolutely, I
ask you
do.
the next question. In the back seat, do you put on your seatbelt? No.
No, she doesn't.
So, if you read in the newspapers, etc.,
Yes.
this happens.
Yes.
So the environment doesn't foster
Yes.
safety to the extent, and then we have to go back on the
No,
ship
again-
and then very strictly follow all our
It's
safety
like a
rules.
switch. You turn a switch
Yes.
off and on.
So
you know.
it's a tough act for us
Yes,
guys.
yes, yes,
In
sir.
the West, it's easier for them because at home and everywhere they are usually very safety conscious. But good. So now while he was sailing, you were bringing up your little baby at times, yeah? So was he here when the baby came?
Yeah.
He was here. You made it a point to be home?
I signed
Yes.
up a month in advance.
Oh, okay.
Just had a buffer in hand that if I get off, I
Just
know.
in case
Just in time.
the
Yeah.
baby decides
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
going to be
true.
a month early.
It was a struggle, but yes, had to do it. Otherwise, I would have been listening till date. You did not make it to the delivery
Yes,
room.
that's something I hear from couples forever. And then the apology is
So
going
that
on.
taunt will last probably, I don't know till how many years. That taunt, if you don't make it to your delivery of your first child, I don't know how long you will have to listen to that.
Yes. Now you're a smart guy. You got it right. And what's your baby's name?
Anvi.
Anvi.
Yeah.
Okay. Very nice, very nice. So, you said she's in school now, isn't it?
Yes.
She's in
Oh.
8th grade.
I'm sorry?
8th grade.
8th grade. Okay, very nice. All right. And does she, what do you call, think, yes, her dad is her hero or something like that?
Yes.
Or, and would she like to join the merchant navy when she grows up?
No.
No?
Right now, no.
What's she thinking?
No, she's not thinking. I'm pushing her towards it, but she's taking a step back. She said, no, now I don't want that pressure. I'll see how it goes.
But would the mother like her to be, your baby to be
No,
join the
not
merchant
really.
navy? Right? Okay.
Now you see, sir, now the number of women heading out to sea,
Yeah.
it is quite impressive and very, very, very good.
It's
thing,
definitely
good
growing,
prospect,
definitely
yes.
growing, yes. And the environment is being created
Yes.
for more girls to go. And there's always this thought, that it's a tough life, the physically demanding. It is. But all the same, the physical part is reducing gradually. Because there's so much more automation, there's so much more, it used to be like you went up and down ladders all day, now you have elevators and you have all those.
It's true.
And then technology is coming in such a big way that eventually I think maybe if you can climb the pilot ladder, you're okay. Everyone is going, you're not lifting, you don't have to be a bodybuilder to lift the weights, etc. Working in the engine room, yes, all those conveniences are there now, So that physical strength difference, that worries the people is going to reduce substantially. By the time your daughter grows up, probably that's what she wants to do. Who knows?
Who knows?
Okay. So, how tough is your life when he's away?
Now it is quite easy. Earlier, yes, it was tough. Because earlier the only communication was through mails.
Yeah.
But now it's just one phone call and he's available. If
Okay.
any difficulties or any decisions, he's on WhatsApp. And video calls are there.
So communication is definitely a big plus now.
Yes, sir.
But otherwise, to manage, bringing up a baby is not easy. And if he's sailing, like sometimes in the middle of the night you need to get a medicine. There's no one to run. But do you live in a joint family or?
Yeah, we used to live in a joint family.
Okay.
It's been 3 years.
Yeah. But then sometimes that's helpful
Yes, that's
for
true.
merchant navy
True.
guys. The husband is away. There's
True. And especially
support.
my father also was sailing, my brother was sailing,
yes,
me.
yes,
So all of three of us were sailing. So there was no somebody ahead like to take decisions. So it was always important to keep that family together to make that collective decision.
Yes.
So that is a very big boon, I would say,
Yes.
growing up.
Yeah. So is your brother's married as well?
Yes. he's married
And
as
so
well.
you all club together?
Yes,
Yeah.
we do.
How's that experience?
That was wonderful. In fact, I'm more closer to her
Oh, okay.
than him.
Ooh. Yeah. So there's that sisterly bond
Yes,
over
yes,
there,
absolutely.
Yeah, that's interesting because that can be a big adds to the support system, when everyone gels well.
Yeah, true.
Okay, so you've been sailing. You said how many years?
20 years. Sir,
20 years
Yes.
now. Very good. And how have you seen much change in the 20 years
Yes, sir, absolutely,
yourself?
sir. Like she just mentioned, the communication when I got married, we were writing emails, and that email used to come on the ship's email address. So that used to be read by everybody top to down. You know how it was.
So the
and
captain
now,
would tell you, "Hello, तुम्हारे घर में ये हो गया."
yeah, exactly. It was that way. That
Reply कर दो.
somebody down the line reading down the ladder. Then everybody's reading the mail, be it from my mother, my father, or and now it's like video call any minute. Even to an extent where right now, last ship I was talking to my technical superintendent on a video call in the engine room. explaining the issues.
Yes,
that
even
are-
work-wise it's
so
become
it
that
was,
much
it is a
easier.
great
Yes,
advantage
yes.
to have somebody on call.
Explain things,
Explain
the
things,
way.
this is what is happening.
Yes, show
instant,
them.
Instant
yeah.
photographs. This is what is happening. This is the
Right,
symptoms.
right.
So you can take help and advise them also if they have any questions.
Yes,
That is a
yes.
big boon.
Yes.
And then it comes down to MLC. So it's now it's very great. The condition of living, the standards,
Yes.
the quality, everything has been taken care of. Which is for me, growing up last 20 years, I have seen a meteoric rise. How things have changed. So
Yes.
for me, it is a good advantage for people joining in now
Yes.
to see what it was now and what it used to be.
Right.
So,
right,
yeah.
Right. Great. So when we are looking at the ease of communication, we find that sometimes it can go a bit overboard. You have these situations where families are probably calling all the time, and right in the middle of your work, there's a call from home. What do I do now? Do I attend? So do you get into those situations?
There are situations which happens when then you have to just drop in a message that I'm in the middle of something and I'll get back. That is
Yes,
how.
yes.
But of course now she knows so many years. My family, my mother, everybody knows. If I'm in work, I will not be answering calls for sure. I will definitely check the call and then reply.
It's always
So,
in,
yeah.
I'll be waiting for his call.
Yeah.
Yes.
So I won't.
Okay, you can message him, call me when
Because
you.
she sailed with me when I was a fourth engineer, third engineer, second engineer. She's seen all ranks, from my dirty boiler suits right to my clean uniforms. She's seen it all, so she knows that he's not doing anything. He's working hard.
Yes, yes, yes. So the protocol is in place.
Yes, yes,
everyone agrees.
There
to
is
it.
no confusion
So
in
there's no
that. There's
confusion.
no confusion in that.
That's very helpful. That's the lesson I would probably want to write about and tell people because. It's very hard for the company to try and control this.
Correct.
Because one or the other way is going to be not seen as for the seafarer, so or for the family. So I think self-control is better than let other people start controlling what you're doing. Very good. So tell me your hobbies. What you
Hobbies,
do?
sir. I am an avid motorcyclist.
Motorcyclist.
When I'm
So
home.
please make sure you send me a nice picture of
Oh,
you on
absolutely,
the
sir.
motorcycle,
Absolutely, sir.
and she hanging on to
And she
hanging on to
joins
you
me.
for dear life.
She joins me on all my most of my trips.
Is it?
So we are
Okay.
traveling all over the India. So
Okay.
we've done many different states. So we go together for days together. We are on the trips.
So do you also ride the bike or
No.
Only pillion?
Yeah.
Only pillion.
But I
only
love
pillion.
that.
Is it?
So
Alright,
yeah,
good.
so that is my only way of focusing my energies when I'm home to do
Ah.
something which I love. So every second week I'm in some other state exploring. So that is the advantage I can only have in this profession.
Yes.
I know other professions.
So what
cannot.
bike have you got?
I have got a BMW 1200. So
Okay.
that's a massive.
That's a
huge
very
bike.
impressive bike.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
A huge one.
a huge one, yeah. So, but that is why she's more comfortable on it because it's got all the tech
So,
possible.
I'll tell you some fun thing about BMW bike. One of my friends was looking to buy a BMW car. So we
Okay.
went to the showroom. So there are two bikes lying over there. I said, okay, let me look at the bikes. So I looked at the bikes and I said, oh, this is brilliant. And so cheap. There's some price of some 10,000 rupees something.
Okay.
So I was very impressed. I said, is that all? I'm not sure. We got it. Must be dollars. You was there. But turns out it's only that helmet which was lying there was for 10,000 rupees, not the bike. Okay. So yeah. And how did you get this interest in bikes?
So we, as growing up from college only, we used to ride my father's bikes. Me and my brother, without him knowing at times, sometimes to sneak out. So that motorcycling thing came from college days. And then as we grew up career-wise, once both of us had got into sea, then we decided now we've put in enough years, now we can convince our parents to let us buy the first motorcycle. So now me and my brother both have BMWs.
Okay.
So both of us have independent bikes and we both go long distance.
So are you one of those bikers clubs?
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. There are many clubs, but I am part of a few where we go every weekends, exploring new places.
Okay, good. And so, what are your hobbies other than riding on his bike?
I love cooking.
Cooking.
Yeah.
Okay. What do you like? What kind of cuisine do you like to cook?
Mostly Chinese.
Chinese?
Because my daughter loves Chinese.
Is it? Chinese is good. It's good. It's tasty. It's quick to make,
Quick.
and it's a huge variety also. You can do a lot with Chinese. Yeah. I mean, the name is Chinese, but
It's not the Chinese which is made in China.
But thank God,
Oh, yeah,
because
true.
that
We cannot
Chinese might
survive.
be a little
Yeah,
difficult to
yeah. Cannot survive on that.
digest that and enjoy it. So
Yeah, true.
good. And how does the bond within the family with you, him, and your little girl work? What's her name? Anvi. is it?
Anvi.
She closer to you?
No, not much.
Not much closer.
No,
to
when
you?
I'm
When
home,
he's
she's closer to me.
home, when
Okay.
he's
That's how
home.
it is. She
Yeah,
knows
smart kid.
Yeah,
she knows
very
that.
smart in that.
How to get
her
She
things
knows
out,
very
yeah.
well how to.
When she needs something, she'll come to me. She'll sit next to
Ah.
me. She'll hold my hand, and then she'll push. Okay, this is what we need to
So
do.
when he's around a year, so 4 months, she's totally father's.
Oh. And when he's gone,
Yeah,
she knows
she
now I have to depend on
Yes,
mother's
now,
ways.
yes, the interest is now diverted there.
So she's got you guys figured out.
Yeah, absolutely.
So that's good. And is she good at academics or she good
Yeah,
at sports or?
She's good all over.
Okay, she's a good all-rounder.
Sports, she loves sports. Football.
Okay, football.
She's good at that.
Very nice. So it's important for children to grow up as all-rounders because nowadays the world is we don't
And
want
now
just
they have the infrastructure. When
Yes.
we have our in school, it wasn't that pronounced. Now it's everything as systematically you can approach. You have the
Yes.
gear in place. You have everything in place to attempt any sport.
Yes.
So that
In
is a
fact,
good
there's a
thing.
lot of gear.
Yes, true.
For
true.
nearly everything.
Yes.
So you can go to one of the decathlon
Yes, sir,
jobs
absolutely.
and
You will end up spending 10,000 rupees without you know. This is what you have to pick up.
Good. So now, as a couple, you think you've been together 13 years, no, more than that.
17 years.
17 years. 17. So, what is one life lesson you've learned in 17 years of marriage to a shippy?
You have to be strong.
Strong.
And you have to be patient in decision making. So that's one thing.
Strong and
Patient.
patient. Very good. Actually, sometimes they work against each other,
Yeah,
but,
it does.
that combination
Yes,
is good
yes.
if you can get it right. And what's your take on what you have learned from the Merchant Navy?
Mhm.
One, and two, from 17 years of marriage and 1 year of being her boyfriend.
Yeah. I would say, sir, persistence. That's what-
Persistence.
yeah, I've learned this from my field.
छोड़ने का नहीं
नहीं,
मतलब.
because it's no two people have the same talent. So you cannot beat the other person on talent. You have to put in your effort, which will only come with persistence.
Right.
Talent cannot be replicated. You have to only push yourself.
Yes.
You keep doing.
And
keep
talent cannot be created.
Created,
You're
yeah.
born
You
with
have it, you have it, or you
have
don't.
it.
Simple as that.
Yes,
So you have to keep pushing that you
Yes.
want this, you want this.
Yes.
Persistence cannot fail. I believe that.
Yes.
Persistence cannot fail.
So that applies to
Marriage as well.
marriage as well,
Marriage
and
as
your
well.
work
Yes,
as well. So
true.
persist. Very good. So we'll finish here.
Yes, sir.
It's very nice to talk to this beautiful young couple.
Thank you, sir.
And very importantly, I found that this is how the future of the Merchant Navy is going to be. People, understanding each other, understanding the profession, getting the balance right, and being able to bring maybe the next generation in as well. Who knows?
Yes, sir.
And you come from a Merchant Navy clan almost.
Yes.
And which is I must congratulate you.
Thank you, sir.
And
Thank
please
you so
give my best wishes to your father and your family.
Yes.
Say I'm a big fan of any family where there are so many Merchant Navy hands. Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
And she's the lucky girl who's come over, and you're a lucky guy to have found her.
Yes, sir.
So
True.
I wish you all the best.
Thank you so
And
much.
before we close, just one little word of what would you like to tell people who are now thinking of joining the Merchant Navy? Word of
I would
encouragement.
say to chin up and never back down. That is something. If you have that will to do it, you have push yourself. You can do it. There is nothing you cannot do. If you have entered this line, you will definitely come out of the top.
Yeah. What would you like to tell a girl who might be thinking of marrying a shippy?
As a sailor's wife, at least if you get a chance once in your lifetime to sail, definitely go for it. It's
It's an eye opener.
yeah,
It's an eye
it's an
opener.
unimaginable.
It tells you a lot.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you so much, guys, for being with us. And viewers, we'll be with you every Friday with more exciting people and more exciting news and information on what's happening in the Merchant Navy world. Thank you and bye-bye. But before we go, I must give this mug to you.
Thank you. Thank you. Sir.
Thank you so much for
Thank
being
you
with
for
us.
having me, sir. Thank
And
you so
that's
much.
for you.
Thank you so much.
Have your coffee in it in the morning. And remember us that you were with Anchor today. Bye-bye, viewers, and take care.
Bye bye.
Because of everyone's support, I could become the first labor representative board member after the 150 years So I think credit goes to my Transport and Dock Workers Union's leadership also. And as we said that women are very low representative in maritime sector or in the port sector. But now women are visible and I am one of the best example I can say. So we are visible, that's why you have invited us.
No,
So, so this is something, it's a good progress I can say in the maritime industry.